Austin time.
Oh no.
All right. Above and below. Interview number 1 with D.
Hey.
What's up, D?
Oh, you know, the usual, living life.
So where are you from?
I'm originally from Blanco, Texas, but I've been here since like 2011-ish.
Yeah. What brought you here to Austin, Texas?
Well, my mom lived in Elgin, which isn't that far from here, and I started going to cosmetology school, so I like moved in with her, and she was helping me with that, and so I didn't graduate or nothing like I was supposed to, but you know, whatever. But that's how I got here. My mom, pretty much.
Did y'all move like into a home or?
Oh yeah, she owned her own house and stuff, so we just moved into it. You know, me and my oldest daughter.
So what brought you out to the streets?
You know, I had friends that were out here, you know, and my mom, I couldn't live with my mom no more, so me and her don't get along at all, so I don't know, I guess that brought me out to the streets. She kind of like kicked me out and made me like, shoved me out the nest.
Because why?
Because she thought I was doing something that I wasn't doing, and so she like gave me like this ultimatum, pretty much like, you have to either go to rehab or you can't come back here. And it's like whenever COVID first started, and I was like, I don't need to go to rehab. Like, I can stop doing drugs when I want to, because to me, people don't need rehab. Like, you want to stop. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna just cure someone because you send them to rehab. And she thought that was what was gonna happen, so I was like, you know, rebellious me and shit. I was like, whatever, I'm not doing it. So, you know, hard-headedness, I guess, got me stuck out here, I guess, I don't know.
What is your DOC or drug of choice, as they say?
Meth.
Meth?
And weed.
Meth and weed.
Yep. I would love to, like, just strictly be smoking weed. I think it'd be all right. I ultimately don't want to be, like, doing, you know, meth all the time. I want to end that. My career as a meth addict. You know?
How long has your meth career been?
Since like 2011, 2012-ish. Because I moved to Washington State with my kid's dad, which was a stupid decision. But I still went and learned from it or whatever. But I really started doing that whenever I was up in Washington, honestly.
Compare the meth from Washington State to Texas.
Washington State has way better meth than here. They just do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Makes sense though, because everybody's still like cooking all their meth up there, like the backwoods country people. You know what I mean? So it's like old school biker meth.
I know about Washington State real well.
Yeah.
What would you say the meth?
Oh my god.
Since like 2013 or 14 to today.
Oh,
we're almost in 2024 almost. What's the difference?
Like, you would think that like with the advancement in technology and all that stuff that it would be better, but it's really not better. It's like bunk ass shit compared to what it used to be, you know what I mean?
Do you ever have do you ever go into psychosis? No, I mean, me, towards the end, one hit, I was not the person you want to be around.
For real?
Yeah.
See, I can't, like, I have high tolerance to like everything, you know what I mean? And so, but to me, like, and I shoot it too, so it's like, it won't, like, I can do a big ass shot and it just won't change who I am. Like, I'll be like I am right now. I don't ever get this, but I also know when to take my ass to bed too.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna be one of those people who are like, you know, nodded out on you because you're like so tired, and then people are like, oh my god, dude, you're falling asleep. No, I'm not. Like, who are you trying to fight? Like, why are you fighting this? Like, you'd be driven around in a car so you fall asleep. Like, I just know, like, once I start to like get that first, like, oh yeah, I'm going to bed.
How many years have you been on the streets in Austin?
Like on and off for like 4 years now, ish.
And you said originally North Side.
Yeah, when I started out in Austin, because really, I started going to Austin because of my cosmetology school thing, but ultimately, like, I really came here because, you know, my kid's dad or whatever, when we first got together, and his brother started out on the North Side. He like followed his brother down here from Washington, and so when they got here, and he'd only been in Texas for not even like 2 months when I met him, and so, but his brother had been here for a while. But yeah, we were all in like Anderson Mill area. That's where I started out.
And now we're on the South Side. So, what is the difference to you, North Side, South Side, as far as the drugs, the resources for the homeless? What's your favorite side of town?
I like the west side of town.
Yeah?
Yeah, like that's my favorite part of town. Like, cause people there's not very many homeless people over there, really.
Like Terrytown?
Yes. I love driving through Terrytown. I love driving. I don't necessarily like the rich people. I like looking at their houses, but I'm talking about like closer towards the state hospital-ish area.
Oh yeah.
To where, cause like everybody's like upper middle class.
You're talking about.
So they don't. Yeah, they're more apt to help you up there.
Yeah,
They're more friendly, if you will.
That used to be North Austin, which it still technically is, but Austin's grown so much it's basically still like downtown.
And really, honestly, Austin is not that big. Yeah. Like, you'd be surprised. Like, I'd be like, oh my god, I know you? What the hell?
Small for all these people.
Yep.
I was born here.
And then you find out that like people that like you hang out with know these people that you hung out with like a couple years ago, and then I'm like, what the hell? Like, 6 degrees of separation type deal. I don't know.
What is like the most traumatic thing that's happened to you since you've been out here on the streets using and involved in like that whole lifestyle?
I got kidnapped at gunpoint one time, and then like taken to this apartment complex where this dude had an abandoned apartment, and the only thing that saved me was my loud mouth, because he didn't want anybody else to hear. But we were at an apartment complex, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not very smart, dude. But yeah, he and I had to like hide out on these people's balconies for like fucking 3-4 hours, and finally somebody called the police for me. But that's about the most traumatic thing I could say is happening. I'm pretty smart when it comes to like, I don't hang out with people that I know. I definitely don't get in the goddamn car with nobody. I don't know, like, I'm like very cautious when it comes to people, and I pick up on things like super easily. Like, you're not gonna get one over on me very easily. You know what I mean? I'm just super cautious, so it prevents me from having to.
We learn after being out here and living that life for so long. But still, yeah, you gotta be careful. Honestly
though, like, okay, so the city was housing people, right?
Sure.
And a lot of homeless people aren't out here anymore because of that, which is like, that's awesome. That's a blessing to all of us, you know what I mean? But it's like...
And that new Marshland yard they just opened, put $300 in there.
Yeah, it's just crazy, like, the city home, like, gave us homes and stuff, but honestly, whenever I had my hotel, because some stuff happened and we're not at the hotel anymore. It's called Southbridge.
Yeah.
It used to be the old roadway.
Sure, yeah, I know it real well.
Yeah, and like, I mean, it was cool and all, like, yeah, they had a lot of rules. I mean, it was like a halfway house, but...
Did they kick you out?
Yeah, they actually did kick us out. It was me and my boyfriend, Skylar. We were together there, and the security guard picked a fight, you know, it was
sure.
Like... And, you know, for once in my boyfriend's anger career, he, like, didn't say anything because he didn't want anything to happen to our housing, you know what I mean? And so they kicked us out. I don't know for what, whatever. It still confuses me. I really don't know.
Like, because I know the North Bridge and the South Bridge all real well.
Right.
I was inside.
And North Bridge is up there by St. John's.
Oh, yeah. And they're going through their own thing with allegations and stuff, but...
I heard about that.
Southbridge had their favorites, so they'd let certain people get away with things over and over and over, ODs over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'd find a crack pipe on one person.
And it's just, you're out of here.
But the goal is to house the people, right?
Right.
Who's getting housed? Like, the majority of the people are either leaving or getting kicked out.
Right. See, and also too, like the whole thing, that's cool and all for a whole year that you're going to pay their rent, but what happens after that? What are you going to do about the homeless people in 2 years? When they're all done, when none of them get jobs, not saying or talking down on any of the homeless people out here because they're my people, you know what I mean? But still, like, I don't expect very many of them to go out and be like, a normal person in society anymore because we've been so fucking, shunned and like, they think that we're so bad. Like, not all of us are bad, But what are they going to do with all those homeless people that like have to be kicked out and stuff? And not all of them are going to go without a fight. They're going to have to worry about people going to court and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a big old mess. It seems cool enough for now, but watch this going to blow up and it's going to be a mess.
Yeah,
I foresee it happening.
Our people,
And a lot of them told people no, like they didn't want to be housed.
Right.
And I was just gonna say that too. Like when we were in Southbridge, we were never there. We were always out here. We go home, take a shower, and come back out.
And that's the cool. Like as long as you just act chill for the most part, you can leave, do whatever you want.
See, like okay, so this area over here is like it's pretty boring as far as like being crazy and everything since Pack Saddle isn't open anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was living under Pack Saddle. That's where I was.
Sure.
And so like now it's just crazy. Like there's not very many people out here, but there's still people out here, and like it's like we're a disease or something. Like people don't really like. But it's for the most part this area over here. All the homeless people are chill as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty chill.
I would have to say so as well. I feel like the reason right here gets hated is that school. The school over there.
Well, that and people pretty much in this area, we're like family, like a big family, you know what I mean? So over here, we help each other, like we're not out to get everybody, like everybody is always out to get everybody. Like instead of, working together to where we can all eat like and benefit off of it, it doesn't happen like that. People want to have everything for themselves and be solo, and that's not, it's never going to work like that. There's no, whatchamacallit, authority or whatever you want,
As far as your meth use goes, now there's Fetty and a lot of this.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell when you get some Fetty?
I don't do Fetty. I don't do opiates at all.
I mean, it's in some of the ice. Have you got a batch where you?
No, but I accidentally got me and my boyfriend's like shots mixed up, and I accidentally killed myself like that.
You overdosed?
Yeah, by mistake, because I just don't do opiates.
So.
I mean, no judgment on people who do opiates, because my boyfriend does them, but I just wouldn't do that to people I love.
Did you get Narcan?
Oh yeah, 3 times.
I'm glad you're here.
Me too. I'm glad my boyfriend didn't, I'm glad he was there and he was able to save me because.
So you mixed your shots up.
Yeah.
And you shot some.
Well, see what happened was, okay, so I have zero tolerance to opiates because I just don't do them, you know what I mean? And Fetty's pretty potent, you know what I mean? And so he got to the end of his bag, and so if it's not enough to smoke, he shoots that little bit at the end, you know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, well, give me your point because I'm gonna put your half in your point and my half in my point. And I went to hit him and couldn't get it because it was dull. And then I just put his shot down and I picked my shot up and I hit him with my shot. And then not thinking, he had a part of a little Fetty shot in the needle of that fucking point, and that killed me.
So
just that tiny little amount.
Describe the overdose reversal. Where were you?
Oh, I was in my hotel room because he has housing through LifeWorks.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of bullied my way in because they don't house people over 24, and I'm obviously not, younger than 24, obviously. But whatever. So I woke up and I had paramedics around me and everything, and they had Narcan me, and I was sweating balls. And I was like, what the fuck happened, dude? And my boyfriend was like, yeah, you pretty much shot, you OD'd. I was like, oh, that's kind of really weird because like I don't do opiates. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand what happened.
How did you feel when you woke up from the Narcan?
It didn't really affect me because I don't do opiates, you know what I mean? So it didn't like send me into a withdrawal because I don't withdraw, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't do opiates, so
but now,
it wasn't bad.
Now you're saying that you're kind of over the meth use.
I mean, I've been kind of over it for a while. Like, it literally does nothing for me anymore, pretty much, except for like, keeps me normal, I guess you'd say. Like, used to, I could do a little bit of dope and stay up for days, and now I'm like so tired. Yeah.
It's trash. The drugs today are trash compared to what they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
For sure.
But do you think you'll be able to stop using meth while you're on the streets?
I think so. Like, I've done it before. I did the same thing up in Washington whenever I was trying to it was a stupid drama fest that happened with my kid's dad. But I mean, I stopped. But it's like I said, like you have to want to. Because if you want to, it's so easy to do it. Because I mean, with meth, who are we kidding? Like meth, you don't get sick when you fucking don't have meth. It's all in your head.
It used to make me real depressed. Like,
oh yeah, I cry when I'm like cry about everything. I'm like the sky's blue. If
I was up for say 3-4 days and then I crashed, when I woke up, I was depressed.
Right. Yeah. Well, because you spend all your time numbing your feelings and you just don't know how to feel when you feel them.
So, in the next, let's say in like the next 2 to 3 years, what would you like Dee's story, what would you like Dee's life to look like in the next 2-3 years?
I want my life to look like I'm a responsible adult. Instead of like just being like, oh, whatever, I'm hanging out. Every day is a party type deal. Because I'm pretty much every day is a party, Most people who party can't party with us. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we do every day,
What things do you want, like, out of your life? Like, what have you thought about the things that, I think I really want this in my life. What, like, do you have any things that
I just want stability and, like, to, I don't know, do, like, because I do photography and stuff. So I kind of, like, I don't know, I want to be stable and, like, be able to, like, work on my photography. That would be, like, ideal for me.
What does stability look like for you?
Just, a place to, like, a roof and 4 walls, pretty much, with the person I love every day. That'd be great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
That's.
I'm gonna have it one day, watch.
Oh, you will? Trust me, you will.
Oh, I will. I'm not gonna not have it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely will.
I refuse.
And I'll give you my card because above and below can so many resources. We can connect you to housing, recovery coaching, treatment, medicated assisted treatment.
Yeah.
Anything you need. Clothes, food.
Oh, dude, I always need clothes. I always need clothes.
Would you have any advice for, like, maybe a young girl that was thinking about using meth?
Yeah, it sounds nice and fun and all, but ultimately, like, look where I'm at right now. And people are always telling me, you're too pretty to be out here. Well, you really can't tell me that because that's not your place to say that, but I agree. I shouldn't be out here, but I am. But it's a choice, but I also have good people around me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't suggest it. Like, actually, I take that back. I don't regret anything I've done because I wouldn't be the person I am or be where I'm at right now if I hadn't gone through what I've gone through, but it would be like a definite, like, it'd make me think about it more probably. I'd probably have my kids right now, but I'll get them back.
In maybe like 3 to 6 months, you want to do a follow-up interview?
Of course.
Awesome.
I'm always down. Got you.
Awesome, D. Well, we look forward to hearing from you real soon.
Yes, sir.